What happens when the pure adrenaline of driving mixes with the intense ferocity of combat?
Go!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 vehicular combat games.
Let's get this party fired up!
For this list, we're looking at games that put a focus primarily on battling vehicle against vehicle. Also, while not a requirement, the ability to use weapons is a plus. Finally, as usual, we're picking only one game per franchise.
Let's go!
Number 10, Spy Hunter. Who doesn't want to ride around in a spy car filled with hidden gadgets? As a spy who drives a G6155 Interceptor, your car is equipped with machine guns and can be upgraded to include a smokescreen, an oil slick, and anti-aircraft missiles. These upgrades come in handy when dealing with the rogues that want to destroy you. Just watch out for civilians. The first game to offer simultaneous driving and shooting gameplay. Longtime fans will still remember the theme from Peter Gunn that occasionally plays throughout the game. Number 9, Death Drome. In this rare gem, the ever-expanding criminal population in prisons presents an issue. The Committee of Recreational Termination, or COURT, created the perfect solution. Release the criminals from their cells and give them access to battle-ready vehicles and weapons. Then have them fight to the death. Players must meet a preset kill quota and win 3 rounds of battle before being shipped off to the next prison to continue the competition. The victor wins their freedom, so failure is not an option. Number 8, Death Rally.
Get ready to go!
This top-down entry involves a 4-driver contest, with cars that have enough firepower to turn opponents' rides into fireballs. The more races won, the more weapons and upgrades are available for purchase. You can also have your mechanics sabotage the other cars, take side jobs eliminating certain competitors for extra cash, or win by default by taking out the other 3 drivers, earning praise and dinero from Death himself. Not so tough, you say? It is when one of the other drivers is Duke Nukem.
Hail to the king, baby.
Race over.
Number 7, Carmageddon. Taking cues from the cult film Death Race 2000, crossing the finish line takes a backseat to wasting other drivers and spectators. In the world inhabited by such upstanding citizens like Max Damage and Diana, being the last driver standing or killing every last pedestrian in the stage is just as important, and can get you more points than actually finishing the race first. Carmageddon is a shameless combination of blood, gore, and black humor, and that's why it's so popular.
Yeah!
Number 6, Rage. Despite being half vehicular combat game and half first-person shooter, this post-apocalyptic sandbox should not be underrated.
If you help me again, I'll make sure our mechanic in town sets you up with your own buggy.
Vehicle customization is vast, offering a wide array of item and weapon upgrades. In story mode, you compete in races to gain better equipment, or take the car off-road and battle what's left of humanity Road Warrior style. In multiplayer, Road Rage mode pits you in a souped-up dune buggy against 3 challengers in an effort to collect rally points and scrap the competition. Number 5, Mario Kart 64. This wouldn't be the first time we've talked about the Mario Kart franchise on our lists, but in this case we're focusing strictly on the battle mode. Sure, Super Mario Kart was the first to take drivers into a closed-off stage, facing off using colorful items and weapons. But Mario Kart 64 added a total of 4 drivers to the original one-on-one matchups, and made the stages more unique and less forgiving of bad driving and missteps. It's fun, addictive, and a destroyer of friends. Who doesn't have fond/traumatic memories of chasing your friends around the block fort? Number 4. World of Tanks. After several entries that focused on car-on-car combat, we dare you to tread in a different direction. This free-to-play MMO boasts over 380 real-world armored vehicles, including light, medium, and heavy tanks, tank destroyers, and self-propelled guns. While the vehicles have been accurately recreated to a T, the way they perform has been streamlined or altered, and the game's controls are fairly straightforward. After all, the easier the gameplay, the faster the two groups of tanks can blast each other to smithereens.
Punched right through their armor.
Number 3. Vigilante 8. Second Offense. While the original Vigilante 8 was great in its own right, we're giving Second Offense the spot here. In addition to increasing the number of unique cars, weapons, and stages to choose from, the sequel introduced stat upgrading salvage points and attachments that allowed cars to fly, travel over water, and even ski. Set in the United States during the 1970s, this game is loaded with references from the story to the dialogue, to the styles of most of the vehicles, and the funky soundtrack. Number 2. Burnout 3 Takedown. The Burnout franchise brings daredevil racing at its finest. With this much-beloved third installment, crashes are the key. With the debut of the Takedown feature, you can gain nitro for a car's booster meter by ramming into other cars and forcing them to crash. Then venture into road rage mode and perform as many takedowns as possible within the time limit. Last but certainly not least, Crash Mode takes out the racing and lets you slam into traffic in an attempt to create the biggest collision possible. It's pretty gnarly. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Twisted Metal 2. This list would not be complete without an entry from this legendary franchise. The most profitable game in the series, Twisted Metal 2 offers solid gameplay, unique cars and drivers, cool weapons, destructible environments, and a very odd premise. Calypso, an evil being with supernatural powers, is holding an all-out destruction derby across the globe, where the winner will obtain a single wish.
What can I do for you, gentlemen?
We won the game, right? So you gotta give us our prize. Well, we want...
No, dude.
Say...
Demand.
Okay. We demand that you give us the ability to fly.
Certainly.
Among the competitors is a man confined to a platform and monster truck tires named Axel, and Needles Kane, the psychotic, pyro-coiffed clown who rides in an ice cream truck named Sweet Tooth. Do you agree with our list?
Yahoo!
What's your favorite vehicular combat game? For more high-octane top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Accelerate the process, whatever it takes to make them die faster!